DEATHGRIP, not to be confused with DEATHGRIPS, might just be the coolest, fastest racing game I've ever seen. It's a sci-fi combat racer focused on exhilarating speeds and challenging tricks, and it's heavily inspired by Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. The game's alpha demo from 2021 is still up on itch.io, link in description if you want to try it out. And even back then, the gameplay was already pretty complex, with drifting, boosting, jumping, shooting. It's a lot to keep track of, and I can already imagine some of the crazy stunts players are going to be pulling off. Now, DEATHGRIP is supposed to release in early access on Steam later this year, but we'll see how that turns out, as the game is being created by just 2 people and, sometimes things happen. But an updated demo is also planned to be released by the end of October, which is pretty soon. So what can we expect from early access and eventually the full game? Right from the get-go, there will be 8 different racers and 10 different tracks, ranging in difficulty from beginner to expert. Based on the demo, some of these can be pretty twisty, filled with sharp turns and narrow passageways. Right now you're looking at a short snippet from each track to get a sense of what it feels like to race through each of these locations. Every track has a variety of alternate paths. Some have timing that are equal to the main route, and some are shortcuts that are a bit more challenging to navigate. Depending on your racer's build and your own skills, you might want to think carefully about how to approach these tracks. Things can get pretty gnarly pretty quickly. Of course, this is combat racing, so you'll want to equip your racer with cannons, shotguns, missiles, and whatever other tools of destruction you can get your hands on. If you thought racing through tight turns at breakneck speeds was difficult enough, wait until you're dodging bullets and also trying to shoot the racer in front of you. Or you can resort to the tried and true ramming method, but that can be pretty distracting at 800 miles an hour. And you have to watch out for opponents' defensive firewalls, which can and will set you on fire. Now here's a look at some of the achievements planned for the game. I know some people totally don't care, but I usually find it fun to go out of my way and knock out some oddly specific tasks. Why not? Most recently, the devs have been working on updating all the glowing gauges you'll see from this first-person view. And here are some of the branding and signs that you'll see in the world. From the short demo I played, the universe that DEATHGRIP takes place in already feels real and alive, and all this stuff just adds to that. As I mentioned before, the game is being developed by 2 people, Brian, the artist and designer, and Hank, the programmer. They've been working on it during their free time over the past couple of years, and this is their first game. The project has kind of blown up on the internet recently, as the 2 are starting to post more about it since it's coming closer to release. If you want to get more involved with this high-flying community, then check out the game's Discord server, linked below. In the full game, you can also look forward to time trials and leaderboards, credits and upgrades, trophies and ranks, and I'm sure a few other surprises that'll all be revealed soon. But for now, I suggest checking out Airframe Ultra, another upcoming racing game that maybe isn't quite as fast as DEATHGRIP, but might just be more brutal.